Hey, what's up, guys? Here to give you some wrestling updates about WWE. It's gonna be on the Wrestlemania Fallout, the part 4, the final part, Smackdown, and the Legends of WrestleMania with Ultimate Warrior. So I'm gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna talk about the Fallout first. They showed some recap Fallouts, like John Cena's talking about beating Bray Wyatt, Paul Heyman talking about Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker, Cesaro and Sheamus talking about the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They showed a new one though with Kane. He talked about his match teaming up with the New Age Outlaws, which is the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, facing the Shield, which is Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. He talked about how the Authority is fallen, but they're going to pick themselves back up, and how the Authority is good, how the Daniel Bryan stuff shouldn't have gotten this far. And then he talked about how the Shield talked about them winning, how there's no more cracks in the Shield, but sometimes they do have to fight themselves because sometimes a member won't be pulling his weight. Stuff like that. So it was all the same stuff, and it showed the Vicky Guerrero and AJ Lee interviews again. So that was that. So let's get to SmackDown. The SmackDown happened on April 18th, 2014. We get JBL and Michael Cole on commentary. We get Triple H promo. He comes out and talks about how the Shield had the opportunity to just let this all pass, but they didn't take the opportunity, and he had to put them down, and how they're not the big dogs anymore. The Evolutions are, and he talks about how as the COO, he has the power to find young talent and get to see them grow and succeed. And the ones he's been the most proud of are the Shield. And then the power, the power got to their head, so they decided to take me out. And he said that they chose not to apologize, so we made a match. It's gonna be the Shield versus Evolution, which is there's 4, but the only 3 members are. It's gonna be Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista. So it's gonna be the Shield versus Evolution at the Extreme Rules. So that's gonna be very fun. I think a stipulation will be added on Raw, like Extreme Rules, maybe like a tables match, something like that. Then we get Alberto Del Rio versus Big E. This match was set up because Alberto Del Rio thinks he should be facing Big E for the Intercontinental Championship, since he beat Big E a couple times, which I kind of agree with. Then the match was going pretty good. Big E threw Del Rio into the steel post. He speared him through the ropes, and then Del Rio threw Big E into the steel post. Gave him the backstab, but he kicked out of it. Big E's starting to come back, and then Del Rio gets him in the cross arm breaker. Big E gets the ropes, but when the referee did the 5 count, Del Rio hold on too long, because if you don't break the ropes by 5, you lose. So Del Rio gets disqualified. So he attacks Big E, works on his arm, and then he goes to kick him in the head. Big E ducks and hits the big ending. And on Raw this Monday, you're gonna get the quarterfinals of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. It's gonna be Cesaro versus Rob Van Dam, and Sheamus versus Bad News Barrett, which should be 2 great matches. And then we get Paul Heyman promo. He just comes out and brags about how Brock Lesnar broke the streak. So that's really all that was. It was kind of a waste of time. It really hurts to hear that the Undertaker's streak broke. And then we get Paige versus Oksana. What happened here is Oksana talks about how like she's the best or something. She says something and then attacks Paige before the match and rubs her face against the rope. And then Paige goes off on her, and Oksana gives her a spine buster and starts attacking her. and then Oksana gets the heat on Paige, and then Paige comes back and hits that submission move that she used on Alicia Fox on Raw, and Oksana taps out. So this match actually wasn't bad. This is actually the only time I've really enjoyed an Oksana match. So that's actually saying something. So then we get Sheamus interview. It shows Batista attacking him 3 weeks ago. I remember I missed that SmackDown because Adam from CM Brothers was wanted to go get sneakers, which I was bored out of my mind. So he talked about how Batista there wasn't being a man. He saw he was gonna lose, so he took the easy way out. Sheamus doesn't take the easy way. He's gonna fight, and he's gonna fight Batista tonight. And then we got El Torito with the Lost Matadors, which is Diego and Fernando, also known as Primo and Epico, versus Hornswoggle with Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. Now they sent out this. Let me see if I can get it. This I would say trying to find it. No, it's here somewhere. I must have posted it on this one. Okay. It was like the statistics for this match of Hornswoggle versus El Torito. Let me read them to you. I'll do the weight. Hornswoggle's is 138 pounds. El Torito's is 43 kilograms. Height. Hornswoggle's 4'5". El Torito's 12 hooves. Reach. Hornswoggle can reach the bottom shelf. They can both actually reach the bottom shelf. Origin, which is where they're from. Hornswoggle's from the end of the rainbow, and El Torito's from the Plaza El Toro, Texas. I don't really know what that says. The signature moves is Hornswoggle's the Tadpole Splash, and El Torito's the Lee Gorva. Yeah, going good so far. Favorite teams, and I guess this means basketball teams, is Hornswoggle's is the Boston Celtics, which I don't know what that would really have to do with Irish. Maybe the fact that they all wear green, but some of them sometimes they wear white, so I don't really know what they were trying to go for there. And what do you think El Torito's is? It's the Chicago Bulls. Get it? Favorite movie is Hornswoggle's the Leprechaun Origins, which is with this killer leprechaun. And El Torito's is, you guessed it, Racing Bull. I don't really know what that movie is, so tell me if it's good. Favorite drink. Hornswoggle's is, I can't really read what it says. It says Guinness. I don't know what that says. So, and El Torito's is a Red Bull. This is cheesy as crap. But I had to take a picture of it and put it on Facebook. It's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's on all three of my Facebooks: Owen Finch, Owen Pinch, and Adam Finch. I didn't post it on Owen Piddledinch because it's on a wrestling Facebook account. You can go check to see those. I have all my pole pictures up, and it's up on the Owen Finch. I got Hell Climb Racing. I got Big Show, and I got that kind of stuff, so you can see that. And me using a chainsaw too, so you can see that. All right, so yeah, I didn't even watch the match, but the statistics are all there, so I don't even know who won. So we're gonna move on. Next, we got Bad News Barrett promo, and he talks about how all the fans are mindless sheep for enjoying and watching that match. I thought that was really good stuff. It's not like they really had a choice anyway, so, but I think I get what they were going for because they were cheering. We got R-Truth with Xavier Woods versus Alexander Rusev with Lana. Alexander Rusev destroys R-Truth. He hits the camel clutch. That's what it's called, and gets the win. And R-Truth did knock him off his feet in this match, which I don't think should have happened. I think that you should have just have him not get touched at all, but that's just me. And Xavier Woods tries to come in, and he just gets destroyed by Alexander Rusev too. Splashed in the corner, destroyed. I can see Alexander Rusev squashing Justin Gabriel or somebody on Raw, and I want him to give it build up to face Roman Reigns. Or Big E, one of those two. Fandango then we got Fandango with Layla versus Santina Morello with Emma. I also skipped this match, but I think Santino won with a roll up. I don't really know anything else that happened. Then we got a good match. Sheamus versus Batista. This match was pretty good. It was a fight. Sheamus pulled him up. Batista pulled out Sheamus and beat him up around the barricade, and Sheamus fought back. He went for the 10 clubs to the chest that he usually does, but Batista hung him up on the top rope. Sheamus, though, was beating the crap out of Batista. He threw him over the announcer's table, bounced his head off the announcer's table, which was really good stuff. Then Batista starts getting the heat. He's slingshots himself throat first into the steel post. Throws him face first into the steps. And then Sheamus starts to come back and do all his moves. He goes for the Texas Cloverleaf, but Batista grabs the ropes. And then Sheamus is going off on Batista. And then Batista somehow is able to get advantage and hit the Batista bomb on Sheamus for the win. So that match actually was a good main event. But as for SmackDown, it was a very average show. You had matches like El Torito versus Hornswoggle. That wins the showdown. And Santino versus Fandango. That wins the showdown. Paul Heyman came out and did I guess just to rub it in the face that Undertaker lost at Mania, so that got me in a negative mood. But you did get some good matches, I guess. Del Rio versus Big E, which you've seen, and Sheamus versus Batista. You can check that out if you want. And the only thing that you really is news is that it's going to be the Shield versus Evolution at Extreme Rules. So you don't really need to check out the show. So let's get to the Ultimate Warrior thing now. They do this thing called Legends of WrestleMania. I don't really know exactly what it is. I think they sit down, these guys on the panel, and maybe talk about a legend. I don't really know what it is. I think it's called Legends of Wrestling on WrestleMania. What's it called? It's called... Oh, and Alexander Rusev and Truth was just a squash match anyways. So I'm going to have to give SmackDown a very average show. Match of the night, Sheamus versus Batista. Alright, so where is my... What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for, to see what the thing is called. It's called... Good stuff. It's called... Yeah, Legends of WrestleMania, and I think they just sit around and talk about, someone who's made an impact, I guess, in the WWE. And the panel, they have a panel, is Josh Matthews, Booker T, Sergeant Slaughter, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. They actually did talk about the Warrior. They showed his video package that they've been showing all week. They talked about his entrance, and you had and here and there you had superstar. They would show these clips, and superstars would talk about his entrance. Kofi Kingston would talk about how he was a very accelerated entrance. Christian talked about the same thing. So yeah, Christian. You had like superstars like that. And you had superstars that talked about who Ultimate Warrior had an influence on, like Big Show. We talked about how he was a very awesome guy. John Cena, we've heard what he said before. I've talked about it. Batista, I talked about his. He actually said that he went up and talked to the Ultimate Warrior, and said that he apologized for when he goes to set up for the Batista bomb, how he does that thing against the ropes, how Ultimate Warrior would do that, and he says that I gave you credit for it. I saw it, and he was completely okay with it. What else? Who else said something? Batista, I think Kofi Kingston, Cesaro, Yeah, it says Hulk Hogan. He talked about it, and then you had like videos here and there, stuff you already seen like Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, and Triple H about Ultimate Warrior's return to the WWE, and then they talked, and then the panel would talk. Sergeant Slaughter talk about how in this one time him and Warrior had a cage match, and he clotheslined him, and I guess you call it like a potato. I guess maybe the impact. And so I guess like a potato came on the floor, so he saw it and he thought that was the funniest thing ever. So they laughed about it backstage. So they did stuff like that. So that was like the final tribute to the Ultimate Warrior. Then his wife actually sent out this letter. I don't know if this is the right one. It was on WWE.com, but it wasn't on it when I went on it today. So I went on WrestlingPudnet.com and I think I found it. And this is I'm gonna read it to you because I kind of want to. So it's Dionavoyeur release statement. The Ultimate Warrior's wife has made a heartbreaking statement remembering her husband and thanking WWE and the fans for their support. It says, Dearest Warriors, because we were called the Warriors as the WWE Universe. It is with an absolute broken heart I reach out to you. Since the passing of my husband, I have been fortunate enough to sorry about my reading, by the way, I'm not the best reader. And salute my sweet girls and myself from the outside world. In this bubble we have grieved and continue to do so. For a week I did not allow any television or media to seep through our cocoon. I was told, though, of the outpouring of love for my beloved husband and support for, as he always called us, his warrior girls. I can only say thank you. On Sunday night, I was told WWE would pay tribute to Warrior, and so I set the DVR planning to watch it when we were ready. As the hour neared, I broke resolve and turned on every TV in the house to full blast, and struggled our daughters to close to me on the couch, unsure what we would see. As the scene unfolded with that amazing roster of talent gathered, donning Ultimate Warrior shirts and even his face paint, we cheered and sobbed simultaneously. To everyone who stood there, thank you. My girls will remember you bowed heads for the rest of their lives. You are not just superstars. You are super people. I cannot put words to what the video tribute meant. We watched it multiple times, and this morning it was how I started my day. Mornings are the hardest for me. I will treasure that song and those images more than anything I own. Vindication, ultimate perfection. I was told it was reported WWE was there for us. There is the understatement of a lifetime. They were a warm blanket to us. There, three, and we were quickly absorbed into their family. Words are cheap. Promises are forever. This family is one I'm honored to be a member of, and will gladly be the warm blanket to any of them who need me next. My husband's speech had so many highlights for me as I sat proudly in the audience looking on at his moment. I most loved his request for the Hall of Fame to include, as he called them, true warriors. Those behind the scenes, people who make the machine run. See, I'm the person who puts up the ring in our house. I'm the backyard person who makes things happen seamlessly. I am surrounded by performers and my husband and children, so I felt a kindship with all the people he wanted to shine a spotlight upon who make WWE work. We love you all and knew that each of you made his run there possible. Thank you. To all Ultimate Warrior fans, thank you. He told me when he shook the ropes it was him gathering strength for each of you. Warrior respected you and loved you as do the girl and I. I will reach out to the ropes for your strength to sustain me in the sad days that the girl and I faced. Unwavering is what you've been. Grateful is what we are. The Undertaker and I had a lot more in common than you might think. You see, I had a bit of a streak of my own going for the last 20 years. Yes, Warrior and I have matches of our own. He would yell, I would cry, he would submit, I would win. Always. My quivering chin and pouched lip was always more powerful than any clothesline or gorilla press slam. He laughed and shake his head and say you win, Pooch, but really we both did. My streak was broken April 8th, 2014 when he collapsed. I fought and screamed and cried for him not to leave me, but I wasn't to win this round. Heaven won and I lost, but I had the ultimate love for 20 years and my children learned to be warriors from the ultimate dad. I wouldn't trade a moment of the life we shared, good or bad, for anything on God's green earth. He is the love of my life and gave me the gifts of our beautiful, sweet, amazing girls. He was loyal and kind and strong and brave. He taught me to live by his creed. Live strong, act bold, be brave, nothing's too hard to do. Always believe, and with that creed I will carry on and make him proud. Streaks are broken, but legends live forever. Always believe, Diana, a warrior. This is obviously a very sad. Then I just had to read. This was the last of the Ultimate Warrior tribute for the WWE. I think WWE did a very good job tributing him. And this isn't my last tribute. I still got one more. I got the Ultimate Warrior DVD yesterday. I can't really watch it until after Easter. It's my Easter gift. So after I get that, I'm going to put it in and I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to do a review of it. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to cover his matches. So I'm not done just yet. I would like, though, to take 5 minutes of silence. No. I would like to take 1 minute of silence. Nah, 5. For the Ultimate Warrior. I feel like I should do that in respect. And I want to apologize for every mean thing I've said because I wasn't a fan of the Ultimate Warrior. And I think it was because I didn't know who the person was. I always heard he trashed the company. And I was wrong for that. I didn't know the reasons why. But then now hearing the reasons, he's actually not a bad guy. I thought he was just kind of a asshole, but I was wrong. So I'm going to take 5 minutes of silence, and then I'll end the video off. Now, for those of you that are gonna trash in the comments of my silence, don't. This wasn't this. If you're gonna trash this, then you should be ashamed, because I did this for the respect of the Ultimate Warrior, his family, and his fans. I needed to do that just to show respect. If I had the belts, it would have been easier, but I did it that my way. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and I guarantee you this is not the last video you're going to see me talking about the Ultimate Warrior. There's one more video to come, and I'm going to watch the Ultimate Warrior DVD and give my review of that DVD. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just, I don't really feel like saying this stuff, so just comment down on the stuff below, and that's pretty much it. Well, not comment, but you know what I mean. Click on the stuff and subscribe and do the stuff you have to do. That's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.